Guess which artist lived with his mom most of his life? Was obsessed with Hollywood and ice cream. Bald as a bug, but loved crazy wig. Yep, it's Andy Warhol. You intrigued? So was I. Andrew Warhol was born on August 6, 1928 in the neighborhood of Pennsylvania. His father, Andrew Warhol, was a construction worker while his mother, Julia Warhol, was an embroiderer. Andy's moody, prone to panic attack and rather shy. In fact, his mom pulled out Andy to school for 2 years because his female classmates loved him. His mom was a bit of an artist herself. She'd put flower arrangement together in Campbell's soup cans, which also happened to be Andy's favorite lunch.
At the age of 8, Warhol contracted chorea, also known as Sanfetusstans, a rare and sometimes fatal disease of the nervous system that left him bedridden for several months. It was during these months, while Andy Warhol was sick in the bed, that his mother, herself a skillful artist, gave him his first drawing lesson. Drawing soon became Andy Warhol's favorite childhood pastime.
When he graduated from college with his Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in 1949, Warhol moved to New York City to pursue a career as a commercial artist. He landed a job with Glamour magazine in September and went on to become one of the most successful commercial artists of the 1950s. He won frequent awards for his uniquely whimsical style, using his own blotted line technique and rubber stamps to create his drawings. And in 1961, he debuted the concept of pop art, paintings that focus on the mass-produced commercial goods.
In the late 1950s, Warhol began devoting more attention to painting. As Warhol himself put it, once you get pop, you could never see a sign the same way again. And once you thought pop, you could never see America the same way again. Warhol's other famous pop paintings depicted Coca-Cola bottles, vacuum cleaners, and hamburgers. His most famous subjects include Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor, Mick Jagger, and Mao Zedong. He was shot by various Rihannas in June 3, 1968. That's why he had to wear a surgical corset for the rest of his life. Pop art is an art movement that emerged in the United Kingdom and the United States during the mid to late 1950s. Here are the pop art movement's timeline. I Was a Rich Man's Plaything and Bunk by Eduardo on 1947 and 1952. Flag by Jasper on 1954. On the Balcony by Peter on 1955. Homage Chrysler Corp on 1957. President-elect by James on 1960. Self-Portrait with Badges by Peter Blake on 1961. Blam and Drawing Girl by Roy on 1962 and 1963. The Marilyn Diptych and Silver Car Crush by Andy on 1962 and 1963. Skyway by Robert on 1964. Standard Station by Ed on 1966. Campbell's by Andy on 1968. Sky Garden by Robert on 1969. Hearts in the Meadow by Jim on 1970.